What's unique about you guys is you have something that virtually no one else is doing, and you got the patent on it. And I began to hear, in addition to just seeing the name, I began to hear some of the stories. And these weren't people telling me a story to recruit me. They were just talking about the product, and I was sort of listening in. And if anything, and you and I have discussed this, Tom, it's almost too good, because you have to teach your associates not to go overboard and begin making health claims that they shouldn't make. It's good enough exactly as it is. Just tell the truth as the company has explained it to you, because it is a wonderful product run by people. I mentioned say this earlier, run by people who are quality folks. They weren't vacuum cleaner salesmen last week and head of a multi-level uh, health thing this week. Been at it a while, and the longevity is impressive. Most MLM companies have a 3, 4, 5 year run and they're gone. And if as we record this, I think you're in or about to be in your 13th year.
That's correct. Yeah,
That's
it's
yeah, that's also impressive. You may not have any idea how rare that is. I don't know many people in MLM who are with a 13-year-old or older company or have been with it for any length of time.
yeah.
Most people join last Monday. They hope to be millionaires by Saturday, working part time. So you have the most realistic concept of sales and marketing that I've seen in this industry ever.
Yeah, thank you, Mark. Ben, Mark and I both saw it the same way. I've been around the block. I've been using network marketing. I was back in the day with the company called Amway,
Yeah.
and I've used different network marketing, more about the product, not so much about building a business. If you don't mind, could I go back to the why MLM? MLM really gives people a real opportunity to build their own business if
Yep.
everything else aligns. You just want to make a comment about, for those that have doubts of what that model is about, maybe for clarity about
Well,
MLM.
I may be part of helping to give it a bad name in that I ran the biggest company in the industry at the time. And we had our legal issues because everybody was sort of feeling their way along. You didn't know what was right and what was wrong, or morally you did, but you didn't know what was legally right or wrong. So we had a complete legal department to do battle with or negotiate with various attorney generals all over the country. And I mean, it was a big legal department. Uh, so with some high profile political heavyweights in it from here in California where I am. So
Okay.
uh, I know the highs and the lows, the goods and the bads, and I know where the bodies are buried. And I've looked for in your operation those triggers that can cause serious problems. And there aren't any except for individual associates who may go off on their own, say something they shouldn't say. As long as you keep them under control, you guys are sailing.
Yeah. Thank you for making clarity on that.
Yeah.
Um,
And just to finish up on the MLM question, where else could a guy like me, I was a high school graduate barely by the skin of my teeth. My father said they must have done it on height. When he got to 5'10", they gave you a certificate and let you go. It certainly wasn't. I was in no danger of being the valedictorian. I then went to college and lasted a little less than 3 weeks before I dropped out of that. Uh, then I go to this meeting, and for $91.41 back then, that'd be about $900 and something today, but for $91.41, little uneducated Ben Gay got to be head of his own company with this huge multi-million dollar company backing me up, making the products, doing the research, providing. All I had to do was memorize the scripts and make sure that my mother and sister liked the product. That was my test panel. uh, I had to just memorize the scripts, and I was off and running. From that $91.41, rather rapidly, we were making, my partner and I were making $40,000 a month in 1966 dollars. That's over 400,000, almost $500,000 a month in today's money. Where else can you do that The head of Macy's, where I'd worked previously, the head of Macy's wasn't making that kind of money. I was literally making more money thanks to the marketing plan and good products. I was making more money a month than almost everyone I knew and their parents were making a year. So, where else? We'll go get an MBA and go to Harvard Law School and do this and do that. One, I wasn't bright enough. Two, I didn't have the patience. I needed something that gave the little guy a shot, and MLM did it for me.
Yeah. Well, thanks for sharing that, because it does give anybody a different type of opportunity than most other business opportunities. It require a lot of talent, maybe, or a lot of capital, a lot of those things that keep people from going into business themselves, whether it be a lawn care business or whether it be a franchise. It takes a lot of money to get any business off the ground. That's what even in our business here, a small capital investment, and you've got all the resources. I consider, maybe you can just expound on this. I considered a good structured network marketing company, MLM, or however you want to call it. Mm-hmm. If you matched them up to a franchise, they're almost identical.
Sure. Match them up with any business, they're almost identical.
Yeah.
The difference is the little guy gets to own it.
Exactly.
As I coined a phrase years ago, I see a lot of people using it today. When you joined the company that I was running, I would say to them, you're going to be in business for yourself, but not by yourself. Yeah. Wherever I go, Tom, I'm Bengay Incorporated. I felt that way. My father taught me that when I worked at Macy's. I felt that way everywhere I've ever been. I'm Bengay Incorporated, and I want to thank you, in the case of Macy's in Atlanta, for building this 6-story city block sized building and filling it with hundreds of millions of dollars worth of merchandise and paying for the ads and creating the marketing that drove them through the door so that I could sell products on commission. That's with ASEA and with any good company, that's the position that they put you in. You are you, and you run your thing, and you make as much money as you possibly can, honestly and ethically, and we'll back you up. If you go to work at a car dealership, look around. They probably have an acre of cars. Right now, that's a little bit of a problem, but an acre or more of cars, different brands. They run the ads. You go to the store and take what the overflow is for you and then create your own business on top of that. But you don't have the millions of dollars that the owner had to sink into that facility. Well, with ASEA, you don't have the millions of dollars it's taken over the 13 years to build this, and you don't have to hire the scientists to get the patents to have the product that is unique, that is powerful and doing good for people slowly but surely all over the world. You just get to walk in and take advantage of that. And with direct marketing, network marketing, MLM, it's even easier than that, because you start as the chairman of the board of your company.
And you get to determine what you want out of it. Some people, an extra $500,000 a month is a big deal, and it is. And then some people say, hey, what's my value? How do I want to create a business for myself and create legacy? And I think this is not hype, but you have the opportunity to control your own destiny.
Yes.
It does take work.
True. Right? You hear that term a lot, but here it's true.
Thank you.